Hey guys, this is all of the footage from Vermont. This is flint napping, rock hounding, fishing, adventure, travel. Everything we did in Vermont. And it's pretty exciting. I hope you guys like this. I think you will. Stick around, watch it all. Like, comment, subscribe, guys. You'll really like this one. Rock hounding, flint napping, arrowheads, all of it. A snow squall here. Had to pull over. Got an alert on my phone. Look at this. Can't see anything. That is definitely flint. It's rough flint, but this is the black flint. Cool.
Is it flint or basalt? What's it gonna be? Gonna try it? There's a crazy bug. Ew.
There's a hammerstone for this one. Flint.
Yeah?
Yep, that's flint.
Nice.
Little tumbled piece. Cool. You want to keep that one?
Sure.
Here. Nice.
Oh, it's finer grained.
Basalt. I'll try it though.
I can hear it. If it's not going, that's...
Curious to see what it looks like inside.
Yeah, if it's not going, it's gonna be basalt, right?
Basalt. Yeah.
The water is so clear everywhere. That's promising. And that as well. I think that's basalt. Let's see. Alright, I think I have a piece of flint and basalt, let's see. Those are the same type. Yeah, you can kind of see the difference.
I see a difference. This is not.
See it? Look how similar they look.
Yeah.
I think that one's flint.
It's gonna be hard to tell.
Yeah, that is hard to tell.
It's a high quality quartzite.
So that's the good stuff?
This might be the really good stuff, I'm not sure yet.
What it look like on the outside?
Brown, tan, inside it's gray-blue.
Hold on. There we go. Finally focused.
Sharp as heck.
Yes, it is.
That's one piece that looks similar to this, so I'm going to test this here.
Okay.
It's quartzite, but it's not good. Not good at all. Let's try this side. Yeah, no good. One of my favorite things to do in the woods. So I spent the whole day smacking rocks. Didn't find too much. Found a good piece of quartzite. I'm just relaxing and reading here. Looking for some info. There's not too much around this area. We'll see though. Burger time. That smells good.
Do you want a pickle?
That's really good. Here is some examples of Paleo-Indian tools, fluted points, made of this specific quartzite, and it's a shame that it's in black and white, because you can't really see what colors these are.
Listen. Ooh, they're all talking. We got one over there. Another one there. Is it limestone?
Limestone. Good limestone. Kind of like slate. But it's limestone. Rough quartzite.
Just another small piece.
There we go. Pure flint.
It is that flint. So we're only finding little nuggets. There's no big pieces. And they're really sporadic. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not seeing very many.
So the stuff that looks like basalt is black flint. Little glacial cobble things. This is high quality. Like, it's pretty flawless. Besides this, it's the land of quartzite here. Like all of this, like this is quartzite. These are all quartzite. Crook trout right there. Right there. See him? Right there.
That was beautiful. Look at those colors. Nice catch. Just stopped at a restaurant, and I think that might be Jasper. Maybe. I don't know. What is that? We're in an area where they said that there's a Vermont red jasper, but I don't think this is nappable, even if it is. Let's take a look over here too. Stuff in the geology book says it's a red banded type of stone.
I'm still out in the woods in Moose Town here. I still have not seen a moose at all. I might have seen a moose poop, but I'm not even sure about that. It might have just been a big person. I haven't been recording too much because I've had like a 6-day headache now from my neck. Apparently it's not even my shoulder. So I get to go see a neurosurgeon soon. But I wanted to record some stuff as much as I could while I'm out here. And I'll make sure I get something good for you guys. Okay. Fire's almost out. It doesn't look like it, but it's almost out. And then I'm going to go in the tent and go to sleep. And hopefully it won't rain tonight. Have a good one, guys. See you in the morning. Had a problem thinning that. Right there. This is the quartzite. So I am in the town of, it looks like it says Proctor, just driving through. And I wanted to stop to look. I read something about Otter Creek as a main passageway for Paleo Indians, but it says here on the sign, all Native Americans, which makes sense. And Leah ran up there, right there. Leah ran right up there because she saw marble sticking out the road. She wanted to get a video of it. So, just stopping for a minute. She's coming back, and then I'm gonna take off and see if there's anything else that we could show you guys. Okay, I am out. See you in a bit. Starbucks Frappuccino. I've been trying to get just regular coffee. This stuff. All Town coffee. It's like you grind your own beans in there. Grind your own beans, and it's been tasting really disgusting. So I just picked up another Starbucks coffee. Okay, Leah's back in the car, so we're gonna head out. Be back in a bit.
So guys, this is what raw marble looks like. See this stone? Just we're driving by and saw an outcrop of it. They've got this whole wall and the sidewalks made of marble here. And now it's like checkerboard marble and something. Sharp.
Yep.
Does it flake predictably?
It's kind of a little brittle.
Hmm. So that's gray quartzite?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Very brittle. So is the stuff, though. Big one. The flake's pretty good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There's more.
You see?
Hmm.
It's decent. It says $1 fine for driving faster than a walk on this bridge. Woods roosters. Again. Just taking a look down at the river here. See if there's anything noteworthy. Oh, that's nice. That's far down though. There's like barbed wire and shit.
Hmm. Yeah, there's some kind of other line down here.
All different kinds of quartzite.
Now that is a rocky creek.
Yeah, it's all quartzite.
All of it is quartzite?
Almost all of it.
Looks like a lot of it. Wow, pretty.
Yeah, the red and gray stuff is down here too.
Yeah?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, look at that. There's a good one.
Tan stuff.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
Hello.
That's good.
Cool.
Make a knife out of that.
Yeah.
Here's gray.
I think we finally found a good spot. Oh, jeez. Oh. Oh my gosh. Yes.
That'll work.
Nice. Carry the whole thing? I love that this was literally like the last spot we were going to check. Yeah. Seriously. Yeah, so this was the last creek before heading home. After so many failed attempts.
Yep. This is all definitely it.
Wow.
Almost every piece.
Gosh, it's so pretty up there too. I'm going to take a look up there just for the heck of it.
I knocked that piece off there. This is the stuff. This is Cheshire quartzite. And every single thing here appears to be this stuff, the same stuff. Small pieces, big pieces, boulders. That's the spall that I just took off. So I got myself a few samples here. And one of these is going to go into a comparative collection for a friend of mine. There's stuff everywhere, like there's stuff right down there, that orange rock. There's big boulders of it. This is it.
Yeah.
This is it. So I only need a few samples, and I'm probably going to nap a knife out of this piece. See how it goes. And it's getting dark, and I'm just going to head out. This was the last stop.
It was the last spot before. And we hit the jackpot for quartzite.
Alright, let's go. Alright, so what I did there was I looked at a geological map, found where quartzite is, and I followed that to a creek. And then once I'm down in the creek in a fishing area, here at least, you're allowed to rock hound. Try to make a point from. Wonder if this is how they did it. Just knock a flake off and... I mean, I've seen artifacts that definitely look like this. One in particular that I could remember was something called Stanley Point. It was about this size. I doubt I could make it look like how it looked. But it was made out of quartzite. So I do not know how to get rid of these lumps on quartzite. It just does not seem to want to. It's nothing like getting rid of a lump in flint. Nothing like it at all. And the more I try to thin it with those lumps, the smaller and smaller it gets. That did it. Alright, now I could still half that even with that lump. There we go. Nice. All right. I'm curious about why the switch to quartzite does not seem to be as sharp or as forgiving as flint. So I don't know. I mean, I know they say that people stopped moving around so much, which caused them to use more local tool stones. But I don't know, man. Feels right. It feels sharp. I mean, that would certainly kill. It's not incredibly thick. It's got a nice hafting area. Let's see if I could thin this one little ear. So just an experiment on all this today. See if we can make a decent arrowhead. Look at that. That came off nice. Okay. So I guess that's just about done there. That's surprisingly easy on that piece. Let's sharpen it up a little bit. Yeah, this one is much better than the last one. Let me make those notches in here a little deeper if I can. Alright, I am not going to mess with that too much more. Stanley point I was talking about looked very similar to this. About the same thickness, maybe a little thinner right in there. But the same hafting element here, the same kind of notches, the same kind of flaking. Yeah, I'm happy with that. This stuff, Tim, is, I am not sure what it is. It does look semi-purple and red. It's got white, purple, and red in it. Yeah, that's sharp. That'll kill. That'll work. They put that on an arrow. But I believe Stanley points were actually spearheads for the atlatl. So can you nap quartzite for spear points and arrowheads? Yes. That is a definite yes. I'm happy with this one. I might put it on a necklace. Alright guys. I've been napping for 39 minutes. Came up with a crappy point. I wouldn't even, I don't know. Yeah, no. Junk. Let's see, did it come from this piece? It did come from this piece. So that's what it looked like on the outside. Just laying on the beach. Inside, get an arrowhead. Sweet. Alright guys, I guess I'm done. Whew. A little harder than I expected to get a decent one. You guys should try it. Let me know if let me know in the comments if you can nap this stuff. I'm unsure here. It's a little crumbly. Not sure how it's gonna work. That's kind of there we go. All right. Actually not too happy with this piece, but we'll see if we can make something from it anyway. Just unpredictable, especially if you're not used to working quartz. You expect it to. My memory on my phone keeps getting filled. I'm not sure why. There's nothing crazy on my phone that should be taking up that much space. I'm gonna hit into the base. Let's see. Can I make this not so whited out? All right. So is anybody... There's a big crack running through that. Has anybody been experimenting with quartz at all? Just trying to flatten it out. It's got a crazy turtle back on this one. All right. Let's see what we could do with it. It didn't want to keep going, unfortunately. I'll try lower. All right. This stuff is crazy crumbly. Let's see if I can make something even remotely usable out of it. We'll see. One thing I don't like about quartz is how it hinges up like that. All right. Switching to a smaller bopper. I'm gonna try a really small one. There's a lot of cracks running through this, so I don't expect it to hold together. Just gonna try to get rid of some of these really terrible spots. Some of it. Okay. Getting there. There we go. Nice. Alright, now the trick to this stuff is keeping it together in one piece. That's what I've had a problem with. This spot here. I'm trying to get rid of this bump. So I took out below first. Bump is still there. Now let's see if this works anything like flint or if it's just gonna explode it. There we go. Nice. It's so chunky though, like, man, it's bad. Alright, so with quartz, I do not suggest trying to go super thin on this stuff. Alright. Shaping it a little bit. Trying to get rid of some of this thick stuff. Alright. Try indirect. It'll be okay. As long as I don't hit too hard. Like that. Alright. Now fix that up without destroying it. Man, it just does not. So I have to hit hard on this stuff. When I hit hard, it explodes. Alright, we're gonna have to try this fast because I'm running out of memory. I'm gonna have to find a new way to record. I don't know what's going on with my phone. It's saying I don't have memory. And there's nothing on it taking up memory, so I don't know. Just see if we can make a fast dart point here. Lat dart, I should say. Man. Difficult, definitely difficult to work milky quartz. This is stuff off of the beach. Trying to get rid of this thick spot. There we go. That did it. Okay. Let's try that a little bit more. Going down. Side. That did it. Nice. Nice. Alright. Got that pretty thin. Thin for a quartz point, I would say. And I am too nervous to do indirect notches on this. I'll start them. Alright. So I'm going to do the rest. Sharpen it up. I mean, that's pretty good for quartz. Careful pressure flaking, I guess. All right. All right, just finishing up those notches now. Nice at that point. Really nice. If I don't destroy it doing these notches, which is wholly possible. Quartz does not like notches. Man. That's super freaking sharp. I'm actually going to get rid of that needle tip. All right. Use quartz point. And it came from, oops, beach cobble. See that? Pretty accurate. I'm just gonna make a little pile right there of stuff that I want to keep. A lot to look at here. So only about noon. So it's here. It's a quahog shell. Now I have no idea what is what around here. So I'm just going to test things as I go along. I know there's argillite around here somewhere, but I don't really know what it looks like or what it naps like, or if it's just like slate or what. Man, it's a nice day. It's cold though. Cold, cold, cold. This stuff right here, it's kind of like slate-like. I don't know. I don't know if that's the argillite Or what? Don't really know what I'm looking for here. Super, super nice milky quartz. Let me tap this real quick and see. Yeah, I'll take that piece and make a knife blade out of that. Ooh. Geese up there. There we go. There's all kinds of nice white quartz here. And nap that into a little arrowhead. Make like a nice little Stanley point out of it or something. So, since this busted on me, we are going to sacrifice this for the fire, and I will be making a new video on how to make these soon. Anyway. Hey guys, what is going on? So I got a chunk, big chunk of flint that I found in Vermont. And it looks pretty good. I haven't cracked it open, I just grabbed it. And I'm actually gonna clip in parts of that video throughout this so you can see where I got it from and how I found it. And I'm just gonna try to make either a knife blade or some arrowheads out of this. We'll just mess around and see how it goes. Stick around. Vermont shirt. different, man. All right.
What do you got?
Looks like some fine-grained basalt. Yeah. Nope, that's flint.
Really? Wait. Come on, focus. There we go. Oh my gosh.
Black flint
What?
in the middle of Vermont.
Huh. You know, I think I saw another piece like that further up. Let me go see if we can find it.
Flint.
Nice.
More black flint. Find a good spot on the rock to hit. I'm thinking right here to start. And I'm actually going to use the old mini sledge to try to spall this a little bit. I really should have more leather just to protect me a little better, but we'll see how this goes. I'm going to hit right in here. That looks pretty good. It's a little chalky. Let's see if we can get better pieces. All right, that side looks better. So, before I go too far with this, let's just see how this naps. That's pretty good flint. Wow. Okay. Some of it's a little chalky, but it's working good. This side looks all messed up, but I don't think it is. Let's see. Clean that up. Nice flakes on this thing. Yeah, this is pretty good flint. I am surprised. All right, so I'm gonna keep grinding. Let's see if I could. This is gonna be hard to thin down, this stuff. I have to hit pretty hard. We'll see how it goes. So all I'm doing is zigzagging and hitting. When I'm hitting inwards but also downwards, so kind of just like that. See that? This is gonna make a, if I could keep the whole thing together, this is gonna make a pretty nice spear point. I'm very impressed with this stuff. Look at that. All right. So, they do have high quality stuff in the Northeast. This is from Vermont. Surprising. It's going to be hard to clean this up right here. Cool, man. So with this stuff, it's kind of, when it's flaking, it's coming off in kind of big wide flakes. So I got to be careful about that. I think I'm going to switch to indirect here. Now, same thing, in and down on these platforms. We'll see how this works with this material. Damn, that works pretty good. All right. Just taking off really deep flakes, so I'm gonna have to be a little careful. Yeah, this is nice stuff. Okay. Let's see about thinning the base a little. So with the base, that's the most dangerous part to thin of the point. Because when you're running a flake up this way from the base, it could snap in the middle, so you got to be careful and support it as best as you can, especially with indirect. Alright, I'm gonna have to attack it from the side a little bit. Does not seem to want to go. Pretty nice flake there. Alright, so you see how that's thick right here? I'm going to come in from the side and try to get rid of it. Like that. Look here. Thinned it quite a bit there. So now we're just going to continue with these small platforms. Like that. And thin it as best we can. Alright, looking pretty good. If I could keep this together, this will make a really nice spear point. It's just an unfamiliar material, so I never know how it's gonna act when I start to thin it. It's also a little bit brittle. And I mean brittle, I mean it just breaks like kind of easily. Flake's nice though. Yeah, I'll be getting more of this stuff. Super nice. It's kind of thick. I'm a little nervous to make it super thin because it is brittle. And I'll try to thin it more. Okay. So we're going to try to take off a big flake right in the middle. That's flaking really strange. It's really kind of a chalky but not material. I don't know how to describe this stuff. See, I'm lightly tapping it and it's really chunking it. So, brittle. Very brittle. Very, very brittle. Doing our best with it here. I'm sure if I, used this a bunch, I would get used to the material, just like anything else, and not have this problem. Kind of afraid to thin it. Seems prone to hinging too. Oh. Yeah, this is gonna be hard to clean up without breaking it. All right, if you look here, right here, that thinned that up quite a bit. All right, we'll try to do one more of those right here. There we go. Popped off that flake. Then really, there's just this one last spot that's thick. So I'll lower this side a tiny bit. And then grind. I don't know if this is gonna go to plan here. I'll try though. So I'm trying to get rid of this bump right here. See that? I hinged it. So now I'm going to lose a lot of width on that spot. So one other thing I could try, place the flaker into the hinge. This is dangerous. All right, let me switch to regular flaker. Flake's really nice with the caribou. They seem to be going pretty far too. All right. Difficult material. Might be easier for some of you guys that have worked brittle material before. But for me, this is actually quite hard to work. I feel like I got one more shot on this thick part there. Let's see. Got some of it. Got some of it. Kind of hinged right in the middle there. Well, that's a pain. All right. Yeah, I don't know about that. All right, let's ignore it for now. I guess I could come in on the other side and try to get it. All right. So this side here looks pretty good. This side, right in the center, has a big issue. I don't know how well I could fix that. So what I'm gonna try to do is run a flake from the base up. And I feel like that's a really bad idea, but that's the only way I personally know how to get rid of that. So. All right. So I flaked this way so that I have somewhere to hit here. So I'm going to put the flaker right into here and try to run a flake past that spot and see if we can do it. If I can find my indirect stick. There it is. All right. Did not go far enough. Damn, damn, damn. This looks like points that you would find real artifacts having these problems. Because these problems are really hard to clean up, as most of you know. I'm going to try coming in at an angle. Nope. Try coming in from the other side. Nope. Alright. Severe issues. Severe issues in this piece that I do not know how to fix, but I'm going to try anyway. Alright. So it does not look like we're going to be able to get it from that side, so we'll try the other side. It's just hinging every which way here. There we go. That got some of it. Okay. Do not know. That did not get enough of it. All right. This is some of the most brittle stone I've ever worked. Not saying that that's bad, but I'm just not used to it. Flakes are going quite nice. Man, oh man. You can see the hinges right here. The only real way I know that I might... Alright, so my storage is quite full. I'm running out of time here, so I gotta speed through. And we will just do our best with these hinges here. Gonna come in at the base. Hit. Looks like it cleaned it. Can you see that? Clean some of it, it's very strange. All right, and we'll try the same thing on the base. Hit in. Okay, I could live with that. All right, cool, man. Clean that up. I do have one more thick part, but I'm afraid to mess with it. I guess I will try. If it hinges again, I'll just notch it and call it done like ancient people used to do when they had these problems. Yeah, that's gonna hinge. All right, so I'm not gonna thin that section. All right, what I am gonna do is finish it up with regular pressure flaking here. Got a pretty good blank here. It is a little thick, but artifacts like that thick have been found often. So what I'm gonna do is just notch it in the corners and be very careful with it, because it seems not so notch friendly. Okay, got the notches in, and I'm just gonna sharpen it up. So, weird material. This is definitely a chert found in Vermont, but this would, for me personally, really take some practice to be able to thin it correctly. So what I'm gonna do is kind of serrate the edges a little bit, just to make it sharper. That's kind of crazy, man. All right. Shaping it up. I want to successfully make a point here that would be good to throw on an atlatl and hunt with. I was recently told that the correct way to pronounce atlatl is atlat. And that's going to be hard to correct myself. Okay. This ain't getting much better. Let's see if I could flake some of the thickness off. It just doesn't want to cooperate. That did a little bit. So I pushed into this little hinge here. I'll show you. Into this little hinge right there. I just pushed the flaker in, hit my nail, flaked my nail. But I pushed in and down, and that came right off. So, this thing's sharp, man. Definitely sharp. So, let me get a good shot of this. So here's what's left. My little napping pile here. My little napping pile. And I gotta be careful, this is super ice. Crazy, man. It's pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that. Wet it. See what it looks like wet. Yeah. That's a pretty good point. I am happy with that. This would kill with an atlatl. Put this on a dart and throw it with that spear thrower. That animal would be down. Alright, guys. Black Vermont chert. And that is it for me. All right, guys, I had fun messing with this. Rock I found and collected myself in Vermont. Oh, it's nice, man. Yeah, I'm happy with that. I don't like what sounds like there's a waterfall on top of my tent. I don't like that. You take those side roads, you're in the wilderness.
Oh, nice.
That's the Snake Hill Church. That's good. Something marked with Native American rock shelters in this area. See, I've never been here before, I don't know. There it is. That's probably one of those giant woodpeckers. Maybe we'll see it. Sounds far away, I don't know. Let me zoom out. Quartz. It's not high quality though. This is.
Here's this.
So there is some high quality quartz in the area.
There's a few spots you could lay down and be protected from the rain and the wind. Maybe have a little campfire down there.
Well, if you put a campfire in something like this, if this heats up, it might fall. So if you go back and look at some old Les Stroud episodes of Survivor Man, he talks about setting a fire in rock shelters like this and his fear of the rock splitting from the heat. and falling on top of him while he's sleeping. So you're not going to want to do that unless you absolutely have to.
Oh, we've got some nice quartz crystals right here too. Oh, look at that. It looks like smoky quartz.
So there's a few caves speckled throughout this hill, and all of those are large enough to get out of the rain, get out of wind, get out of storms. And if you had a camp here, you could put the fire right in front of the cave and it would still heat up the cave, and you wouldn't have to worry about what I was talking about earlier. All along this area, there's a lot of quartz outcrops, which is very good for stone tools if you don't want to travel very far from your homes, which would be right back up in there. So they could easily just come along in the woods here, which probably wasn't like this that long ago. But you could even go back to that little tiny creek and look for quartz cobbles in the water. Crack them open, make your stone tools right from your home. So what do you guys like to see on trails? Woods roosters.
Chickens.
Chickens. So what do you guys like to see on trails? Let me know in the comments. I just should keep that in. What do you guys like to see on trails? I'm going to show you what I like to see. The kinds of things that I like to see on trails when I'm hiking.
Is it cold? Good lord. Good lord. You're soaked.
What?
You're soaked.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's another one.
But we went to a campsite that actually had a fairly large creek running through it. There is a lot of quartzite, which is usable. You can use quartzite for knapping. And that in Vermont and New Hampshire, there appears to be a lot of quartzite in these creeks. So if you're looking for material to knap in Vermont and New Hampshire, you're going to be looking for quartzite. And to be able to identify quartzite, I have another video called No Flint, No Problem on my playlists, and you're going to want to check that out to be able to see what these quartzite and quartz materials look like in creeks and oceanside even. And the water is extremely clear up here, clear and blue tinted. inside this creek was quartzite and quartz by large amounts. And when I'm investigating these creeks and rivers, I usually go in them with rubber boots, but I forgot my rubber boots, so I just went into the freezing cold water in my shorts. That was some pain.
Did you find a giant piece?
Well, that's actually... I guess we'll see if this is waterproof. So, we said screw New York with all the rain that was going on. Canada's like right there. I smell something. You smell it?
What is that?
It's coming from... I know what that is. That's Wadobo beaver on a fire. And that's Woodbeard right over there. He's right over there.
We're gonna be eating tonight. Beavers in the smoke and the heat here. Ooh, that's hot.
Sup, Woodbeard? The Wooded Beardsman is one of my very good friends, and I did have plans to go up and visit him in Canada and look for some chert and flint up there, but the Canadian border was closed to essential travel only. There were signs everywhere, there were guards everywhere, so that needs to be put on hold. Anyway, we continued on our way past the Canadian border at this point.
Vertigo? No, come on. Oh my god. Okay. That is Rainbow Falls. This is the Oswego River. Jeez.
Like 13,000 years ago, this would have all been under a sea. You would have been very far underwater here.
What is that? What?
Oh, it's just the seam.
That's weird. What is that?
I have no idea.
Some type of mineral in there?
It's slate.
That's weird.
It's got some kind of... Ew.
Huh.
Enfant disadvantage. I think that's French. So, okay, I have no idea where I'm camping yet, and the sun is going down. This often happens with me, and that's why you don't see me get the tent set up and everything like that in my videos, because I usually don't know where I'm camping until I get there, and then I set up fast and I go right to sleep. but sun's going down and I don't know what I'm doing yet. So right here, this was way bigger Lake Champlain. It was actually called the Champlain Sea like 13,000 years ago. And ancient people hunted seal in there. There was seal in there. And there was giant whales that they hunted for food and ate. So right now, back then, we would have been underwater here. But the thing that amazes me most is there was whales in here. That's pretty awesome. Right now there's geese in here.
Did you say there was narwhals?
I think it was narwhals. I have to double check that. But if it's right, there were narwhals in here. Narwhals. And
How about a walrus?
we don't know. I don't know yet. Still researching. But right now there's definitely geese in here. And there's supposed to be a sea monster called Champ. That's like the Loch Ness Monster. In here somewhere. I don't know where that would be either. But that would be some kind of dinosaur. That's a sea monster. We found it. It's small. It's like the size of a cow. I wouldn't call it a monster. I'd call it an inconvenience. That lives in the lake. Fact or fiction, I don't know.
Drop a comment if you believe in the Lake Champlain monster. Have you seen it?
Is Champ real or not? Okay guys, it is 9 p.m. It's dark now, but right as the sun was going down, I think I just found more chert in Vermont. That looks very cherty. It's a little rough, but that's chert. And I got a few blocks of it to test.
I'll have to come back in the morning.
Yeah, we'll come back in the morning and take a better look at this. So I really got to dig into my tools to test that stuff. I'm pretty excited. I just found random chert in Vermont. Yeah, I got to get into my tools. I got to get. Unless that's some kind of fine-grained basalt. I don't know yet. I really have to crack it open and look.
We shall see.
Dark now.
See how it's got these little sparkly inclusions? It's weird. Alright, we're gonna test this.
So this is kind of shiny. Do you see that? I'll test right here first.
Damage in there?
Damaged. That's a chert though. That's a chert. Alright, let me try another piece. Yeah, that's a chert. Try right here. That's chert. Cool. Okay.
What is it?
I don't know. I wasn't even here 5 seconds and I found some kind of chert. Like we literally just got here. That's chert though. That's nappable.
Yeah, we have to go back there tomorrow morning.
There's some dark red quartzite. This is basalt. There we go. Basalt. You can nap that.
It's really hard though, isn't it?
Yep. This is some of the hardest stuff to nap, but you can nap it. And I'm in Vermont, and I found this. That's an arrowhead size or a spearpoint size. Quartzite, super, super rough. It's probably going to be a lot of quartzite, and basalt around here.
Microfishing.
And it looks like it is a chub. No? I don't know what it is.
What is it? Gonna use the ID app.
Yeah. Creek chub.
Creek chub.
Alright. It says creek chub. That's what he looks like. Yep. Sticky. Yeah. There you go.
What do you got?
Looks like some fine-grained basalt. Yeah. Nope, that's flint.
Really? Wait. Come on, focus. There we go. Oh my gosh.
Black flint
What?
in the middle of Vermont.
Huh. You know, I think I saw another piece like that further up. Let me go see if I can find it.
Taking that. Test this piece here. This nice little ledge I could smack on. That's actually the nicest piece I found.
Cool.
Okay.
I'm looking for the smooth ones. So this one looks like basalt, I think. It's a little coarser grained, but then these two are smooth. That looks smooth. I'll try it. Let's see. We try these?
This stuff too, but I think it's... No, it's gonna be flint. Maybe?
Is it? See, I think the salt's on that, but maybe not. Try these 3.
This is shale. Salt.
Is it basalt?
Yeah.
It's like super smooth though.
You want that bigger house now?
Yeah. It's hard to get into these cobbles.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's basalt. It's probably also basalt. Hard time with this. Salt. Basalt.
So let me see what the flint looked like again then. See, it's that same smooth grain though.
I saw this from tumbling.
Yeah. See, those feel like the same to me. Oops.
That's basalt.
Yeah.
That actually looks like rhyolite, but it's basalt.
Hmm.
Okay. This is gonna be a shale. Yeah, shale. Shale. No good. Flint.
Nice.
More black flint.
What's that doing here?
Good question.
Glacier?
Looks like cobbles, glacial cobbles. But that's 2 pieces on this little scratch. That is suspicious to me.
I missed it. What'd you get?
Chub. It's purple. Up.
Oop.
Up.
Cool. Oh,
Some more flint. Right here.
more flint?
Yep.
Huh.
I was going to say that if there was just 1 or 2 pieces, that would be like glacial cobble. But since there's more, there's got to be an outcrop somewhere.
Did you find it?
Low quality.
Here, I just found this nugget.
Yeah, looks like it. So, looks like this. I think that's it, but it's really hard to get into.
Did you get it?
Yeah. And split it. Now if I hit like right here, it's a tough. Try this piece. This piece is super, super tough.
Here, try these. I don't know if you can get into them. I mean, I know that that's grainy.
That's all screwed up.
Just
I think
curious if
this
that's
is.
it.
I think this is it. This piece.
It might be basalt.
Basalt.
Basalt?
Yeah. That is it, but it has all those crud in it. Oop.
Dolo stone? Maybe.
This is it.
Did you find a giant piece?
Well, that's actually not it.
Is it limestone again?
Looks limestoney. Hard to tell.
Next to your foot.
Yeah. I could see that's all cruddy though.
Yeah, it's, I mean, it's not a good piece, but just to... Ooh, maybe it is.
I'll take it.
So what do you think?
Definitely flint here. A little bit, but definitely flint here. They don't eat in real life. It's a trout. It's a trout. What the? We can't put that in, but that's my reaction. Alright. Some crazy rain just came in. Oh man. but yeah, I don't know how heavy this is going to be. I'm up in the mountains. I don't know what mountain storms are like, really. Well, that's shaking the whole tent. Man. I hear lightning. Huh? Wow. That's a lot of rain. I guess we'll see if this is waterproof. It's midnight, like 12:30 right now. I can't really see. It doesn't look like it's flooding out there or anything. Just record all of this. When you're in the mountains, I learned this in North Carolina. If you are near a creek and this happens, if you are at a campsite on a creek and this happens, I would move if I was you.
You should add a link to that video.
Yeah, I'll add a link to that video here, so you guys can see what I'm talking about. I'm gonna cut this here. I'll see you guys if anything else happens. Caught a few bluegill. That's the loons in the background making that sound. It's like 6 in the morning. Cool. Wanted to get that on camera. Just walking around the edge of the campsite here and found a little piece of flint. Some kind of gray flint. Might be a limestone. Flakes though. That's a chip I took off. Just swing you around so you can see what I got going on. Morning, guys. I'm along a creek here looking for flint. There's piles of rock everywhere. See something right there. That vein of rock going through the white, black. I'll point that at. Right there.
Oh yeah.
I see some other stuff I want to test. I have no idea. Let's try it. Nope. It would work, but it's very, very low quality. Hand me that piece.
Feels like flint.
Let's see. So this is also a good piece. It's very tough flint, which is good for what I use it for. Very similar. This is lower quality, this is higher quality, but both are good for what I use for. Samples from this creek here. So I got 2, it's enough for me, and I'm gonna head out. So the rounder ones are a little bit harder to get into because it's a tougher flint, but it's higher quality. Almost glossy. So this is the cobble. I just knocked the flake off for you. Incredibly pure stuff. It's kind of black gray. And it comes in big boulders like this, big cobbles.
Did you get one?
It's a tiny bit windy. I am in the woods. Wild, wild forest. Let's see if I can make that come in a little better. There we go. So, this is why exploration is worth it. Been looking around quite a bit for somewhere that I wanted to camp. And I don't know what kind of trees these are. Maybe a spruce? It's not eastern white pines. It's got to be a spruce of some kind. I'll have Leah ID that for me, but this ground here is all soft. Super soft as I'm stepping on it. And man, that was a pretty long drive. So we got here and we looked around quite a bit and we did set up camp. I'm walking to it now. This is a pretty big area to explore here. I'm pretty excited. I have an inflatable boat. Inflatable boat. I gotta get a kayak. I just haven't been able to yet. But this water here, this all has moose on it. Apparently, I already heard some loons, and I saw one dove under the water or something. There's also some strange looking ducks. Ducks or something. Oh, I needed this. So, okay. I'm walking down to the campsite. There's nothing here at all. Like, at all. There's nothing. So, Leah is beat from looking up stuff and looking at directions and looking down. While I was driving, she was looking down at the phone trying to get a good spot here, doing some research and such. So I think she might be inside the tent, but I'm gonna at the last second here zoom you around so you can see what I got going on. Alright, so I'll do this slowly. Let me make sure that, there we go. Alright, so there's the tent. Alright. Oh, look at that. Okay, so I got a good sight. I'm going to stay here for many, many days. We hung up our wet clothes from the rain. We got our solar panel set up here. The solar panel is amazing. It's just like a fold-up suitcase. It folds up. I'll show you in a little bit on that. And this thing will charge anything we have. Man. So, okay. Tent. Leah's in the tent. Stuff. Camp stuff. And tackle box. Fire pit. Nature. Look at this. I got my pole set up. Look at this. There's freaking nothing here. Alright guys, I'm going to enjoy this a little bit. I'll be back soon. Upstate is awesome. Adirondacks are awesome. So I'm going to go swimming in that. If it's not too cold. It might be too cold, I don't know. Alright, be back. Look at that shit. While I'm fishing here, like I'm literally in the mountain. Like, there's bears. So you should have bear protection. Or wild animal protection. And I don't know why people on alone don't have something like this. That's the first thing you should make. Some kind of spear, not just for hunting, but for protection. Spear is the oldest weapon known to man, besides just a rock that you throw. But everyone, you know, I always expected people on like the show Alone or Naked and Afraid to make a spear when they get into these situations. And I've only seen maybe 3 people do it. So, yeah, if you're going on Alone, you're going on Naked and Afraid, make a spear. Use a stone tip. If you want to learn how to make these, they're in my other videos. Here, come here. That one. That one.
What is it?
Looks like either... No, it's a red-eared shellcracker thingy. Not a big fish, but it's a fish.
It's pretty.
Mm-hmm. See if I can get this hook out of him. Let's see if I can do it like this without getting jabbed.
Aww.
Okay. I'll put him off the swim. Tried fishing until it got dark out. It is midnight. I didn't catch much. I got other stuff to do though, so. Okay. Have a good night, guys. I'm going to sleep. Good night. Good night. So, I'm just taking a little walk because I'm in the middle of a full-blown panic attack. My pulse is probably like 120 right now. Feeling like I can't breathe. So this keeps happening to me. This is part of the problem I'm having with the thyroid issues that I've talked about in my other videos for a few years now. And one of the reasons I haven't uploaded is because I keep having to deal with stuff like this. And I went to a pain management specialist, and he said that it's costochondritis and fibromyalgia, which I completely disagree with. I don't think it's that at all. It's probably the costochondritis because it hurts to touch sometimes, but it feels like it's connected to my neck. It's hurting my chest. So the reason I'm having a panic attack is because when I get this pain, it feels like what I would imagine a heart attack feels like. And again, I've been getting this for years now. Go to the hospital, I get EKGs, I get cardiologist checkups, and everything you could think of, and they're like, oh no, nothing's up. They're like, your thyroid's a little wonky. I'm like, no shit. So, I just have to stop every now and then. I guess the camera is, okay, yeah, the camera's there. So I just have to stop every now and then and try to tell myself that the pain is not anything dangerous. It's just pain. It's scary pain, but it's not dangerous. So, I'm gonna keep doing this and just try to chill for a few minutes, but yeah, this thyroid stuff is no fun. It puts me out of commission for a while every now and then. So, if some of you are wondering why I don't upload so often, that's why. I'm in and out of doctor's offices. and specialists and all that, but when I can do these big trips like this, record as much as I can, and really helps. These trips really help my spirits. So just wanted to let you guys know about that. I know some people have been asking for some kind of health update, so I guess I'll throw this in. This is me in a panic attack. I used to actually faint from this. I faint like that, just out. But that was also the thyroid. Before I had my thyroid out, it was producing too much suddenly, and I would pass out. But now I just get these stupid-ass panic attacks that really scare me. But I'm dealing with a lot of pain. I have muscle relaxers, but I don't want to take muscle relaxers driving around. So I took 2 Tylenol, and I'm just gonna hang out and drive until it passes, I guess. And anyway, that's health update in Burlington, Vermont. All right, back to the road. Silver trout. Check this thing out. It's upstairs here. Let's see what this is all about. Looks like it might be a small fly shop up there. Yeah. Cool. It says go to Unit 1. Around the corner, open door. Pick some of these up. That's a cool shot. So that's a cool shot. I got myself some stuff. 80 bucks worth of flies. $85 later. 85. And I got an old scratched up thing. But hold on. Oh, look inside. That look amazing. I would eat these. If I was underwater and I saw this above me or below me coming at me, I would eat these. For sure. That's what 85 bucks looks like in Vermont. Okay, so he said there's a good wild brook trout nearby. He gave me tips because I spent a lot of money, I guess. Nice place, nice guy. I like it here. Okay, I'm gonna head over there and check it out. So I'm under some bridge in Vermont. The water is freaking blue. Dude told me there's trout here. Said there's rainbow and wild brookies. Fix the color there. Yeah, look at that. Man, I wish I could show you guys how clear that is. Look at that. Maybe I'll just sit here all day. It's pretty amazing. Give you this view. I'm kind of on an angle here, just standing on rocks. Yeah, make sure it don't slip. Alright. Let's see. There you go. Mad River. Apparently it just flooded. Angrily mad. Alright, gonna try some fly fishing. Here's Leah with my pole. So I'm not leaving Vermont until I catch a trout. Like, I'm not leaving until I catch a trout. I'm not leaving until I catch a trout.
See how clear it is? Jeez. I see giant boulders in the quartzite. Oh! Oh!
I don't know what that was. It went too fast.
Let's check the footage. Dude, it's so clear. Wow. That's quartzite? Oh, that's big. That's mostly what I see is like quartzite and then stone that's not so great for napping. Hell yeah! Hooray! Is it a brook trout?
Yeah.
Oh, look at
I
the
believe
spots.
so.
Are you happy?
Yes.
You got the trout, finally.
Yeah, some... gnats. Yep,
Gnats in the stomach?
bunch of gnats. Okay. Oh. About time. Gonna eat them. That's my first wild brook trout. I've caught stocked fish before. That was totally different. That was awesome. I caught 3 of them. Well, I hooked 3 of them. 2 of them flopped right off because I don't know what I'm doing. But I've caught rainbows before, and I've caught brown trout before, but I believe they were all stocked. But that's my first wild. I'm going to say that's my first wild mountain trout.
Hell yeah. High five.
Awesome. Awesome. He's tiny though.
Hey, whatever.
All right, back to camp. So now I just want to catch one on the fly or on the spinner, because I always catch stuff on live bait, and I really need to learn how to catch it without live bait. That worked, and I said I wasn't going home until I caught one. I caught one, but I'm going to stay longer because I can and because I want to. But that's pretty much every goal of this trip that I set for myself completed. Good.
Happy 40th birthday.
Yep. Don't tell them that. Don't tell them I'm 40. Turned 40 on July 19th.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. Thank you. Alright guys. I set very little. Well, I set some pretty big goals for this trip actually. And every single one I managed. Even though it's a tiny brook trout, I said I wanted a brook trout on this trip, and I got it. So I did it. I got a new source of flint. I got an amazing campsite. I got my fish. I don't know what else to ask for here. Everything's freaking wonderful. Alright, I'm gonna cook this up to get it going. Back in a bit.
He's got that fire going really quick. And he's got the local protein as well. A little brookie with beautiful red spots. Look at that. What a nice fish. Thank you, fish.
He's actually tiny bit greasy still. I think he's good to go. Cook it a little extra just to be safe. And there's going to be little bones in here, I'm guessing. And try some of the tail too. That is really, 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 really good. Let me cook them a little more. Crunchy. Let's see, did I cook them right? Oh, that broke. There we go. Looks like I cooked them perfectly. Yes, look at that. Excellent. Excellent meat.
Oh, that looks good.
This whole spine is out. Taste this little morsel. Thank you for the meal, little brook trout. I'm gonna put it right in the fire. I'm not gonna eat the eyes like Woodbeard does. I'm just not right now at least. Okay. Little sacrifice. Thank you. Tastes good. I got my little project table from, I don't know, a week ago. And it's still holding up. Got my food on it, got my cheese on it, got my adobo on it. And eat a little brook trout. That is freaking delicious. Wow. I wish it were a bigger one.
Have you tried the skin?
Not yet.
Not yet?
Not yet. I really wish it were a bigger one. This is delicious.
I guess we'll just have to go back tomorrow and catch like 10 more.
That's a wild meal. That's tasty. Hopefully I got all the bones. Looks like yes. Little crunch.
Calcium.
So, I don't know if the skin's supposed to be cooked more. Still a little. So I'm even going to eat the guy's skin. That reminds me of something. It reminds me of something. Wow. I did not char it, but still. That is good. That was good. Yep, need more of that. That fish is gone. I left a little bit for Leah to pick up. Now, nice water. Same thing, it's got that same. Try right here. That's chart. Cool. Okay.
What is it?
I don't know. It wasn't even here 5 seconds and I found some kind of chert. Like we literally just got here. That's chert though. That's nappable.
Yeah, we have to go back there tomorrow morning.
So, in one of my last videos, I made this quartz point. Quartz arrowhead, quartz spear point out of cobble that I found on a trail. I'm just about finished up with this. Looks good to me. And I'm on another trail now, and there's just rocks everywhere. And whenever you're in an area like this, you could find stuff to nap. I could easily make a point like that out of something like this. So if you're looking for stuff for survival, anywhere along a river or creek or stream, you should be able to find stuff that will flake for arrowheads and spear points. To show you what I have here. This is an atlatl, means spear thrower. This is caribou antler that I glued into this stick. It's really simple. This is a throwing dart, which is just a straight stick with a hole at the end, reinforced with sinew. so that it don't split. And this is called a foreshaft. It pops out inside the animal that you're hunting. It fits in like that. This hooks into the back end like that. Then you hold it like this, you aim, and you throw. And I'll demonstrate that. This one I actually made a few years ago out in the woods. I was out for like maybe a month plus, and I just decided to make it. And there's a video, if you go way back actually, of me making this throwing stick at Lattle. And I think I'm just going to demonstrate what a little point like this made of quartz that I just found on a trail worked it into shape. I'm going to show how effective that is just on something simple. Just going to fill it with water to give it some weight so when it hits it doesn't bounce off. We want it to go through. So we'll give it a try. This is kind of a heavy duty container and we'll see how it does. Oh, it hit there. Alright, so point hit, no damage to the point, it's covered in sand. But it hit this hard plastic, this is thick. And it just tore right through it. Split it open. At probably the hardest part of the bottle too, I was aiming for this. And it hit up here. Can you imagine if it's just skin that this is going into? That's damage. Now if this was say about the size of a squirrel, right? If it was about the size of a squirrel and this was on a tree and this hit the squirrel in the head like that, and you see it's all caved in here, just imagine this is bone and what kind of damage that is to an animal. That one looked better. See now, when you're hunting with these, let's say that animal's struggling, this thing pops off, this falls so you could grab it again, pick it up. This thing's running away, bleeding everywhere, with a spear point in it. I did some pretty good damage. That's a big wound. I'm gonna do one more test with this. It's wet and weakened. Like I said, it might come loose, but we're gonna throw it into the tree here just to see if it does any damage to the point at all. Minor tip damage. It just took the sharp tip off. So I would just have to resharpen that, but it hit right there. Put a big gouge in there. So just for fun, just imagining something. This is what they used before the bow and arrow. Before the bow and arrow was invented here. This is like 12,000, 13,000 year old technology. And you would think they would use this for small game, big game, and probably fishing. But imagine this scene 12,000 years ago with a hunter with his atlatl and dart, probably tied to this with a string so you don't lose your dart, just for fun. And I see a fish here. I'm imagining I see a fish here. Not losing that. So this is New England. This is freezing. I'm cold now. Oh my gosh. Okay, that's the end of that. I did not get the fish. So I kind of destroyed my dart a little bit playing with it, but that's okay. I have more of this at home. I guess I threw it too hard. This is the part that hooks in. I don't know what happened there. Probably threw it too hard. And this is old. Like I said, I made this one when I made this. So yeah, I threw it down thinking that was sand, and it was like bedrock. So the dart point got stuck in there, so I had to break it off. And when I jumped, all right, so I'm serious about that. Don't lose your primitive tech. You don't want to lose your primitive tech. You don't want somebody to find it and be like, oh, I found an arrowhead. And then you confuse everybody. So I jumped in the frickin' river. It's the first warm day. That's a river. Like, it's freezing cold in New England. And I went up to about here, and I'm soaked. And that was really, really cold. But yeah, don't lose your stuff. If you're doing something silly like that, make sure you grab it. But right, the whole shoreline is bedrock. It looked like sand to me.